I welcome you all to this interactive video session. Through this interactive video session, today we are going to discuss the chapter number 6, MS PowerPoint Presentation, Visual Effects 2, and the learning objectives of the Module 1 are. The topic is importing data from other applications to our presentation slides. Only this topic will be discussed today in Module 1. First, we have to know what is the meaning of importing data to the slides, and there are how many ways or means of importing data, such as number 1, by linking objects, and the second one is by embedding the objects. For these two ways or means, we have to know what are the steps we need to follow. So let's start today's discussion. I would like to discuss directly from your book. The page number is 86 and the topic is importing data from other applications. What is the meaning of importing? First, we have to know regarding this term. Importing means the way of sending something from one source to another source. The way of sending something from one source to another source. In computer science, importing means the way of sending some files, maybe PDF, maybe other files, from one applications to another applications, that is the presentation slides. So this is the meaning of importing. Data may be any kind of, either maybe the images file or the PDF files, etc. So knowing this topic, we can easily send any kind of files or data from one application to our presentation slides. This is our motive today. We can import content from other programs into our presentation. There are two ways to import data objects into a PowerPoint presentation. Importing content, it is clear. We are going to import or send something from one source to another source into our PowerPoint presentation slides. And there are how many ways? There are two ways only, or means, to import data objects into our PowerPoint presentation. The first step is either by linking objects, or the second step is by embedding the objects. The term embedding means adding something or joining something to the desirable slides. First, we will try to understand what is the process of by linking objects to our PowerPoint presentation slides. This is the first process, or we can say in another word, the means or ways to import data in our PowerPoint presentation slides. It is recommended to link an object if the source data set is large or complex. Mind over here, if our source data is large or complex, then it is advisable to link an object directly to our desirable presentation slides. Clear? So for doing this, we have to choose the first means, that is by linking objects. Whenever our source data will be larger or more complex, you can link a chart from the data in Excel 2013. So in form of objects, we can easily link a chart from the data in Excel 2013. The chart will reflect changes Now remind it, the chart will reflect changes if the source data in Excel sheet changes. So whenever the source data will be changed, the reflection of that data will also be changed. So in order to avoid this, we have to do one thing, and that is the source file must be available on our computer or network in order to maintain the link between the object inserted and the source data. So there will be a good link between the object we are going to insert it. This is our intention, with the source data, to avoid the changes in the source data. We have to keep this in our mind whenever we are going to link any object to our presentation data. Now, what are the steps we need to follow for doing or applying this step, that is the by linking objects to the presentation slides? Number one is, first we have to click the slide, that is the desirable slide where we want to place or send an object. This is the view of your PowerPoint presentation slide. There are different types of slides. We have to choose any slide, and this will be the desirable slides, our intending slides, where we want to link some objects. Clear? So this is the first step. Just we have to click or choose the slide where we want to place the object. In the second step, on the insert tab, this is the insert tab. So in the second step, we have to go for the insert tab, and in the insert tab there is the text group. You can easily see this will be known as the text group, where we can easily find the text box, the header or the footer, the word art, date and time, slide numbers, and the objects. So in the text, this is known as the text group under the insert tab, and in this text group we have to click just this option, the object, because our own intention is to link object. That's why we have to click only the objects. So this is the second step. After completion of this second step, we have to head for the third step, and that is click create form from file. Now see, after clicking the object, there will be a dialog box opened in front of you, and you will get such kind of visualization where you will get such as create new option, create from file option, display as icon option, etc., OK option, and the cancel option. Clear? So this is the dialog box after completion of the second step you will get in front of your eyes. So see, there are two options. Number one is create new, and another one is the create from file. So this is our third step. We have to click this one, create from file, but not choose this one, create new. So in order to do linking objects, we have to click only this, the second option, create from file. This is the second step. So after executing this third step, we have to head for the fourth step, and that is in the file box. See, after clicking this create from file, you will get such kind of box, and this box will be known as the file box. So in this file box, type the name of the file that we want to add, we want to link, or click browser to select from a list. So there are two options in this case, file box. Either we can type the name of the file if we know, or directly we can click the browse option, here the browse icon, for our desirable objects that we want to link with the presentation slides. So this is the step 4. In the fifth step, select the link checkbox. Now this is the link checkbox. Now this is the fifth step. In this step, we have to just click the link box. Clear? Now for the second for the step number 6, we can do either this or this. So do one of the following. To display the content in your presentation, clear the display as icon checkbox. This is the display as icon checkbox. So in order to display the content only in our own presentation slides, we need to clear the display as icon checkbox. So this is the clear, there is no sign of clicking. Clear, this is the indication of clear display as icon box. Clear. So we can choose this option in order to display only the content. Now if our motive is to display only icon, then what should we do? We can easily select the display as icon box to display an icon. So either or condition, either we can choose this option in order to display the content only in our presentation slides, or in order to display the icon only, we can choose this option. That means we have to select the display as icon box for displaying an icon, or in order to display the content only, not the icon, we can easily clear the display as icon checkbox. To change the default icon image or label, click the change icon. This is the dialog box, change icon. This is the default icon. So in order to change the default icon, we can easily change it by doing this option, change icon. Clear? Click the icon that you want from the icon list. You may type a label in the caption box. So after doing this, after changing the icon, we can easily choose the name of that icon, and that will be known as the caption box. So we can easily label in the caption box in order to give the name of that icon. So this is the first step or way of importing the data from other source to our presentation slide, and this will be known as the by linking objects. Remind, whenever the file size or the data source data will be larger or more complex, then we have to choose only the first way of importing the data. Clear? So I am now heading for the second way or means of importing data, and that is the by embedding objects. This is the second one. First we have to know what is the meaning of embedding. The term embedding means attaching or joining something. Objects are mainly the data. Clear? So by embedding objects, we are going to do what? We are going to attach or join something. Something means objects. Objects may be the data sources to our presentation slides. Clear? The source data is embedded or attached or joined in the presentation, can be easily done, and thus allows to view the embedded object on another computer as the source data is the part of presentation file. So this is the another way we can easily attach or join our own intending data source to our presentation slides. Now, what are the steps that we need to follow in order to do embedding the objects to our presentation slides? Number one step is same. We have to choose the slide, desirable slide, that where we want to place the objects. In the second step, the same process is we have to go for the insert tab, then in the text group, and click the object. So the first step 1 and the step 2, these two steps are same as mentioned in the by linking objects, step 1 and step 2. Now for the step 3, we have to click create new. We have to click create new but not create from file. So for embedding objects we have to click this one, the first option, create new, but not this one, create from file. Create from file is meant for by linking objects only, whereas the case by embedding objects, the first option we have to choose, and that is the create new. So this is the third step. So after clicking the create new in the object type box, see, this is the object type box, you will get such kind of dialog box in front of you. So this is after clicking this create new, you will get object type box, and there are different types of options. After viewing these options, click the type of objects that we want to create. So in any kind of objects that we want to have, we can choose. Clear? So after, in the third step is very serious. It will determine either we are going to link the objects or by embedding the objects to our presentation slide. If we choose create new, then it will be meant for by embedding objects, or if we choose the create from file, then it will be meant for by linking the objects. So as we know, we are under the second process, the second step, second means, that is by embedding objects. That's why we have to choose the create new, and after clicking, this is the third step, clicking create new option, you will get object type box, and there are different types of options. We can choose any one. So this is the select object type dialog box. In the step 4, clear the link checkbox. Link checkbox, we have to clear this one. And in the step 5, do one of the following. So either or condition, we can choose the first or the second one. So for the first option, in order to display the content, so in order to display the content only, if we desire so, in our presentation, we have to clear the display as icon box. We have to clear the display as icon box, and if we want to display an icon but not content, then we have to click the display as icon checkbox. That's it. Now to change the default icon image or label, click change icon box. This is the similar process. This is the default display icon checkbox. There is the another option, change icon box. So this is the default. If we are intending to change the display icon, we can easily change by choosing this option, change icon box, in order to change the default icon. Clear? So to change the default icon image or label, we can easily change it, and by doing or clicking change icon, and then click the icon that you want from the icon list. If you want, you can type a label in the caption. So after changing the icon, you can give the name by typing a label in the caption box. So you will get the caption box where you can easily change the name of that icon. Now take help. Embedded objects typically require more disk space than the link objects. Remind it, link objects will have the requirement of less disk space as compared to the embedded objects, because embedded objects will require more disk space. So if I say what is the main difference between the embedded objects and the link objects, so the main difference is link objects will require more disk space as compared to the embedded objects. Clear? So link objects will require less amount of disk space as compared to the embedded objects, but link objects are more complex as compared to embedded objects. So these are the 2 points, and we can say these are the 2 differences between the embedded objects and the link objects. Thank you.